Okay, with Romi Banerjee, filmmaker from India. Ghee is the short film from the horror festival. It's 21 minutes long, black and white film.
Yes.
Really interesting film. I'm curious, just from a macro question, do they make a lot of horror films in India?
Uh, Not in the sense when it comes to the mains, like not mainstream cinema yet, but there have been a lot of independent producers and filmmakers that have made folk horror films for sure. Mine wouldn't be considered a folk horror; it would be more like a psychological horror, like in that sense. But yes, so yeah, I made this film in Calcutta, India, but I'm based out of Toronto. Like I live in Toronto, and I just went to India to film it, like the film.
Oh, gotcha. I had no
Yeah,
idea. Okay, great.
no
So you
worries, no
are
worries.
based in Toronto.
Yeah,
So why did you go to India to make the film then?
it's because of the script. I wrote the script back in 2024, and it was the only script in my disposal that was completely rooted in India. Because all of my ideas are generally Western, like it involves people from North America or Europe or whatnot. But this was the first completely Indian script, and I was like, you know what, like this is very producible because it won't require a massive budget or whatnot. You just need to get some of your production area criteria is correct, and it'll flow. So yeah, it was I went to India. I where I'm originally from, where I was born, but I lived most of my life in Mumbai, but this is Calcutta, and we filmed it over the course of. I think pre-production was around a month, and we filmed it within 2 days, and 11 to 12 days for post, and then we sent it to the festival circuit. So yeah,
So okay, so it's a kind of a build up horror film because it's kind of just looks like a contemporary shot in black and white though, but contemporary people are having lunch and then kind of like things get set off in a kind of interesting way without giving too much away. And it does get kind of horrific, horrific, pardon the pun. But where did you come up with this idea? Where did this idea come up for you?
if you if there's anything you need to know about me, I only make things that will make you say WTF, to WTF, like I go by the horror and the macabre. Like all of my filmography, like things don't end well. That's how I would like sum it up. But how I came up with it, I was just like I just got off from writing another screenplay of a different short film altogether, and I wrote Ghee in 2 days, and I was thinking, what's the worst thing that can happen over lunch? You know?
Yeah.
Then I kept ruminating. I was like, wow, so many bad things that can happen at lunch. But thing is, I didn't want it to be gory or bloody at any point of time. So I was thinking of what's the worst thing I can do very simplistically. So I got
Yeah.
this idea on board where, like as the logline says, a quiet lunch turns upside down when a
Yeah.
secret recipe unleashes a chain of events, surprises. Sorry. So yeah, the film has all I can say is the film has a very interesting midpoint that kind of changes the dynamic of the entire lunch setting together. And yes, I just wanted to create something, and I was thinking a lot about how like how the pandemic happened. Like there's so many conspiracy theories regarding how the pandemic also happened. So I was thinking about what if I use that like pharmacology and make a pharma and turn and give the film a certain pathway towards pharmacology. I cannot pronounce the pharmacological fascism. You know,
Yeah.
like that's technically like what I would say the film revolves around. But I just wanted to create the worst person alive. With my antagonist, I just wanted to create someone who is worse than Stalin, worse than Genghis Khan. Someone deeply evil, but who smiles at you with glee,
Yeah.
with warm eyes, and then takes your soul away. But that's a whole different thing. That's what my initial idea was, and then yes, of course, once I started writing the screenplay for it, it just sometimes it works its way. Sometimes the story writes itself. So that's what happened. My mind just kept on simmering with ideas, and yeah, I just got it done with. And after almost a year after writing that, we made the film. Yeah.
That's really cool. So then it's there's a twist like two-thirds into the film. Where did you like so then did you know these actors? They're from obviously they're from India. Did you know the actors before you shot or did you kind of cast in India?
So the funny part was because I've never lived in Calcutta. Like, I was born there, but I've never lived there. Honestly, I didn't know a single soul. I just knew one person from my school who was
Oh
my
yeah.
senior, and he ended up being in. Just coincidentally he was part of the film industry in Calcutta. So I just told him, I have the script. I need to assemble a crew. I need to see actors, and I casted a lot from the Bengali film industry itself over there. Like the antagonist, she's actually pretty famous in Calcutta. Like, she's very famous. So we actually got all these crew members, and yes, I did cast one of my cousins, like my second cousin, as one of the children in the film. I
Yeah.
won't give away what they are doing in that film, but so yeah, I did. Yeah, didn't know anyone, honestly. I just did a lot of research and saw saw their potential, saw their films, their video reels, stuff like that, and then I took a calculated decision, and then we started shooting.
So okay, so the one okay, so the character with the cigarette, and then you have the
Yeah,
two other characters, but then you have more who appear later. But so it's really one location.
yeah.
What are we supposed to get out of the character with the cigarette? Like what is she like what like it kind of sneaks up on who she is, but what's she all about?
So like the I wanted to create. See, the thing is, like, I really like deviancy, the concept of deviancy, the fact that people can turn out to be psychopaths or mass
Yeah,
murderers or something like that. I wanted this character to have all of those qualities, like something that maybe Ed Gein or like Ted Bundy would share, but but a very controlled and a more intelligent version. Because think about it, she's the chief medical officer, so she is
yeah,
smart. It's not like she's just joking around. She's smart. You have to be
yeah,
smart to become a chief medical officer. Like, you're the biggest person in that hospital or chain of hospitals, or you have your own arsenal of things. But I wanted to see what a psychopath with the entire knowledge of biochemistry and also labs and different chemicals at their disposal would be
yeah,
able to do if they were that what's it called that evil,
yeah.
like so she's a very calm evil, like she's the sweetest evil you can find, but she's Satan herself. That's how I was imagining the antagonist, Sanju Auntie. That's her name.
Yeah. And then yeah, of course. Yeah. So then like I don't want like do you want to give talk about the twist or not?
Up to you, I don't know. Like, yeah, I'm game if you're game. I don't mind.
Okay, so then what do you call it? Like she has like slaves or like what do you call that like the kind of the male creatures that she inhabitates?
Yeah, well, that's fair. So what I was thinking is, her idea was to technically enslave the world. She wants this drug, enthralium, to get federal approval. The second it gets federal approval,
Yeah.
because it is coming off as a taste enhancer, right? It's making food tastier somehow.
Yeah.
Like, that's why Ghee, the protagonist of the film, the guy who becomes a dog in the end, he comes to his girlfriend's house often to have her mother's biryani. You know, there's just something very tasty about it. There's a taste enhancer. So let's say if it gets federal approval, within 2 years, 50% of the world gone. They are inhabitable. They cannot comprehend anything. Their brain has become nullified. You will literally become an animal, a raw version of yourself.
Yeah.
So that's what her goal is. The thing is that the events that happen in the short film is just a trailer to the actual film. It's just
Yeah.
a glimpse of what can happen if this. And that's her goal. That is her end game, the antagonist. He wants to rule the world. She wants to be a fascist. This is pharmacology. It's
Yeah.
basically medicinal fascism. Like
But are you
it's
making like are you making a political statement or or because the way some people can read this is that like pardon me if I offend, but it's like it's a very male dominated society, right? India.
of course it's a
It's
patriarchal society.
yeah.
It's without question.
So
It's
then
without
but
question.
then
Yeah.
you have these females like it's the other one too who are kind of make controlling. Are you trying to make a statement about that? Like I'm just curious.
No statement as such. My thing is like I like to have. I like the female gaze. So what I mean by that is there's something about a woman becoming deviant, and there's something about a woman going through a lot of conflict in her life. That's a different thing altogether. But when you marry that, let's say if you make that person your lead or whatever, there's something really unnerving about it. Because normally you expect men to do horrible things, right? You don't really expect women to, I'm not being general, but like I don't expect women to blow up the world. Like I don't expect like some women in power to do that because women are generally maternal in nature. They love, they nurture. But what if they are the worst pieces of filth on this planet? What if they are psychopaths? What if they are,
Yeah.
people who should be shot down, gunned down, just by not but just by their actions, but just but their ways of thinking about it, and by making it so nonchalant. Like, how can deviancy be so nonchalant? So it was not a message. It was not feminism versus meninism. I was not trying to do. I was not trying to convey that, but I just wanted to show that yes, this can happen. And yes, it just happened to be that the slaves ended up being male, and
Yeah.
Heath's father, the protagonist's father, in the end, when he comes to the gorilla,
Yeah.
yeah. So that also, yeah. But yeah, I was not trying to put a sexist statement or any kind of theme towards that. But yeah, you can call it political in the sense that it's medicinal fascism. It's cognitive hacking, whatever you
Yeah.
want to call it. Like maybe in that sense it's political, but no, I didn't want to make any statement regarding the males or the females. But yeah.
So why did you always want to shoot it in black and white? Was black and white always the choice?
Yes, I wanted to shoot it in black and white because it reflects the complex shades of all the deviants in the film. Because if you notice, the protagonist is the only person wearing white, like a light color. Everyone else is wearing a dark color.
Yeah.
So because he's innocent, he doesn't know what the hell he's what the hell is going to happen to him in
Yeah.
like a few minutes. He doesn't know that. He's so stupid. He's not. I wouldn't say stupid, but like obviously, like you tend to trust people, right? Human beings tend to trust people, but sometimes people end up being, like horrible. So yeah, like I would say yeah. Yeah. What was the question? I'm so sorry. I
No,
digressed.
no, no. It's just black and white. It was more about black and white. Like it's
Yeah.
kind of shooting that style, I guess, right?
Yeah, I wanted to have a lot of contrast. I wanted to have a lot of texture on the image, which you don't get to see in color as much because I feel I wanted to have that noir effect. So yeah, we shot it in like a Sony FX3 with a couple of wide lenses and a little bit of 45. Maybe we had a 55
Yeah.
also in some of the shots. So yeah, we did something. It's a very good camera to shoot. Severance used that camera. But like if all the shots in Severance, the show it's all FX3. It's very nice.
Okay, so you're okay. So the basically the location is amazing, right? But you need kind of a rich kind of aesthetic here, right? And by the way, I love the Scorsese like above the wall on the ceiling shot you put in the film,
Thank you,
right?
thank you, thank you.
But it kind of shows the whole aesthetic, right? So basically, but what Where did you get this location? Because it's pretty great.
So I was blessed. That's how I will put it. So
Yeah.
the thing is, my mother's cousin, like
Okay.
she basically her family owns like a chain of hospitals. So she's the producer. She's my producer slash financier of the film.
Okay.
And she's not that old. She's like just 10 years older to me, which is not that bad. But and yeah, it was literally they're wealthy. So they this was one of their mansions
So the one
Palatial
that I
owned.
mentioned.
Yeah,
So this is your
yeah,
mother's cousin?
yeah.
Isn't that your cousin as well? Wouldn't that be your cousin as well?
No, it's kind of like an aunt cousin,
Okay.
aunt hyphen cousin in that sense.
Gotcha. All right. So she's older than your mom, but then she's more of like, yeah, gotcha. I get it.
She's young. She's older to me, but younger to my mom. Like I think she's 10 years older to me. I think some 16
Oh,
years
gotcha.
younger to
Okay,
my mom or
gotcha.
something like
And
that.
then she let you shoot there.
Yeah, she loves art in general. So when she read the script, she was like, "Oh shit, we have to make this." And then she only suggested the location, and we went to her house, and we were like, "Wow, this is some spooky little place." Like imagine like that place must be spooky as hell. Like if you turn all the lights off, very old. It's like a 300-year-old mansion. And I was like, "Yeah, we're definitely shooting this here." And yeah, I spoke to my DOP, my and this is like we didn't change the lights at any point. It was all set up. We set up the lights once, and that's it. We
Okay.
didn't need to move the lights around too much. So it was all done, and so we just got to shoot. But everything that could have gone wrong went wrong during those 2 days. I remember this one incident where we couldn't get there was no battery, there was no electricity. So the battery conked off, which
Yeah.
was charging all the lights and all the other stuff. And there was a 2 hour delay. And then, oh God, that was messed up. So, but obviously, it's film life. If anything can go wrong on a film set. So, yeah, but it was a nice learning lesson. I had to speak in a language I was not comfortable in, and I had to talk to people I didn't know. So, I think my communication improved, like as a director. So, I think I learned a
Yeah.
lot from this shoot. It was definitely matured me as a filmmaker, 100%.
So everybody speaks Bengali and you speak English. Like your English, you have a better grasp of English. Is that
So yeah, in Calcutta, people speak Bengali. People also understand Hindi here and there. But
yeah.
yes, Bengali is the predominant language. But the thing is, if the person is not educated, they'll probably only speak Bengali. So obviously, I had to speak in Bengali. I know three languages. So Bengali is one of them. But this is my least
Least
preferred. You know
comfortable?
what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Least comfortable. So I speak Bengali like how someone from Texas would speak Spanish.
Okay, gotcha. That makes
Like
sense. Yeah. Yeah.
like obviously they can speak, but it's not correct. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like it's not grammatically or
But like your
tonally correct.
cinematographer speaks only Bengali or who like to
Yeah,
communicate with
100.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, so we had to communicate, and of course I had my EP Arjun, and he I told him the instructions, and he communicated it, and
Gotcha.
so there was no problem there. He was really good. My cinematographer, he
Yeah.
did the lighting to perfection, I think, and couldn't ask more from him.
So it's like the camera doesn't move much. It's
Yeah.
like it's almost like a fly in the wall kind of perspective, meaning that we're kind of like voyeuring on this
Mm.
world, I guess, right? That's how you kind of shot it.
My thing is like with all my films, I have long takes. Like I don't believe obviously this might be a controversial opinion, but I don't like the concept of cutting too much. So when I see like a cut every 3 seconds, I'm like, dude, what the hell? There's
Right.
so many things like obviously like there's so many things you can
Well, it
like. I
depends
love
on the
theater.
film. Like it
Depends on the
depends of
film,
what
of course,
story you're serving, right?
and
Yeah.
of and of course your style as a
Yeah.
filmmaker. This is my style. I like dynamism. I like the camera to move constantly. And even if they're saying still, I won't cut. I want the performance to shine. And of course, I want the camera little magic while it's serenading and dancing. So I like that.
Yeah.
I love that. But yes, I too many cuts. Okay, I have no problem with it. But like, I wouldn't personally do it. Like, if I see 40 cuts in 30 seconds, I'm like, bro, like this is too much. It's like then you're making a montage. Then it's not in a film at this point. Like he. But obviously, that's my controversial opinion.
Yeah. Okay. So then, so yeah. So you and so in terms of like, did you so you've shot the film? Did you take it home back to Toronto and cut it and edit it?
Actually, I cut it in India.
Okay.
Luckily, I had my editing laptop with me, and yeah, it took me like I made the final cut on the second day, but we required mixing. Mixing took time. I sent it to a studio for mixing, and what else? Yeah, grading also took like not much. So I was just waiting on the mix, and once we had the mix, we did it. It was not that difficult. It was actually an easier edit compared to my other previous films that way, and it's helped me a lot this particular film. So in that sense, and yeah, in my opinion, I would have like if I got the chance, I would have made the entire film in 6 shots.
Okay.
Yeah, like if it, but obviously we don't have the budget for that because it'll be insane. Like if we can go all around
Yeah, but
360,
there's some reveal shots, right? You kind of have to
yes,
reveal like to the
hundred
audience and
percent,
yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I do agree. And but I do feel that there's something about dynamism. Like for example, like when I see a film like 1917 or
Yeah.
Birdman or Victoria, such a great film, good German film, and they're all one-shot films, and it's obviously it's not like they're just putting the camera like that, but it's complete dynamism. It's going from close-ups to extreme long shots to mid shots. So it was. So I love that. I love the way the camera reacts with the performer. And I don't know, that's just maybe my thing. Maybe it's just my style and ethos. But there's something about the camera not
Yeah.
cutting that transcends.
So you're a relatively young guy. You're in your mid 20s. You've made a lot of films so far. You're doing like it seems like you're doing pretty well like on the festival circuit as well. So I'm assuming you want to make a feature film eventually, sooner than later, right?
I've already written the script. We recently got a laurel from some Screen Frights screenplay contest. Recently, we got a runner-up laurel. But yeah, I wrote a feature, and that's a different story altogether. It's and it's fun. It's basically about the fashion industry.
Okay. Oh, it's not a horror because some of the other films are kind of horror genre, horror
It
thriller, right?
is some parts could
Okay.
be. It's basically about a washed-up supermodel who goes on a surreal journey of chaos and madness
Okay.
on the
So okay.
day on the day of a very important fashion show. Those all happens within one day. It's just one day. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So it's an individual kind of Thelma and Louise kind of concept, I guess, where you're just like she's discovering herself or
It's not just she's going through hell.
okay.
Like that's all I can say.
All right, she's already discovered herself and yeah,
She's going
gotcha.
through hell. Worst day of someone's life. Let's put
So
it that way.
so you grew up in the Toronto area, correct?
I grew up in India. I came to Toronto almost 5 years ago.
Oh, so you're well, okay, gotcha. And what brought you to Toronto for school or
Yes. So what happened was like when COVID hit, I was like, like, and the thing is like with my country, you have opportunities for everything. But thing is, the cinema that I want to make, they won't. There's very little chances of that happening in my country. Because even if you get into a big production house, because in India you have to only make films where you have happy endings. That's one of the worst
you
things I
want
hate.
Bollywood?
Yeah, that's Bollywood. Of course, you have great films in India
Yeah.
also in the independent circuit. But yes, mainstream Bollywood, I have no comments. It's horrible. I don't know. I hate what they're doing to filmmaking because they're just doing it for money. It's just money. It's a money making business. Mainstream
Yeah.
Bollywood. They don't care about art at all. But in the independent circuit is amazing in India. I think India makes really good independent films which don't come in the limelight. Sadly, so it's sad. But yeah. Sorry, what was the question?
No, just about about staying in Canada, kind of making movies, going you went to Sky. Did you go to film school in Canada or
Oh, yeah. So I went to film school in India as well. I graduated there for 3 years, and then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. And then once I came to Toronto, I studied television writing and producing. So I have the knowledge to make a TV show.
okay.
Also, I have a television show pilots at the ready. Like I
Yeah.
have a comedy pilot, I have a drama pilot. So I have so yeah, I just wanted to grasp TV and films together so that in the future, because obviously the future that we are heading, everyone's just gonna watch TV shows gladly, like 20 years from 10 years from now. Of course, movies will be there. There will 100% be there. There'll be more shows, limited series and stuff. So I want to get ahead of the curve. So and
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, you might be right, but I think people like the concept of just like 2 hour kind of because the art of a feature film, good feature film is the ending, right? Whereas like a
100%.
TV show, you can kind of like linger, linger, linger,
Yeah.
linger, linger, and then but the 2 hour movie is that it's got to have a climax, right? It's got to end. So you got to be a good writer, you got to be a good filmmaker to do a feature film, right? So.
Yeah, and
I'm not saying it's
like
easy to direct television, it's just but it's easier, basically, right?
yeah, 100% because you don't have to because for all you know, you're probably not even getting the whole season. You're probably getting 2 episodes. Maybe they're
Yeah.
like
Oh yeah, you
saying
never
you,
direct the whole season. Yeah, you just
yeah,
direct, yeah, it's too much
yeah.
work. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, oh, you got episode 3 and 7. So you're just looking at the scripts of 3 and 7 all the
Yeah.
time. And it's like a headache. Like, but I would have to create my own show. That's my dream. I would have to create my own show, gain complete control in that sense. Because that's
Okay.
what I love about TV, because TV is um, like a writer's medium, like primarily. It's a
Yeah.
writer's medium. Films would be maybe a director's medium, maybe a producer's medium, but I would say writing medium, TV. So you can, because it's fun to, like follow a character for like 3 seasons and see how his arc. Like for example, if you watch, I'm sure you've seen Breaking Bad, right? So
Yeah.
the whole show is about Breaking Bad. Like, how do you crack a nice loser teacher and you make him into a meth kingpin? Like that's crazy. Like if you really think about it, normally people make shows about nice people, like good protagonists.
Yeah.
Like people with high moral values. But what happens when your protagonist itself loses his morality and is on a different
Well, it
path of
happened in
passion?
The Godfather. That's the arc of The Godfather, right? So
100%, yes.
yeah, Michael Corleone. Yeah.
Michael
He
Corleone, yes,
basically,
yes.
yeah. And then, or like Tony Soprano was bad and he just got worse. He just got more bad, right? So yeah.
But the thing is, like, if
Yeah.
you really think about it, Walt has killed, like, if you indirectly, Walter White has killed like almost 200 people.
Yeah.
Like, if you count the plane, like the indirect, the plane crash that happens, like on the sky.
Yeah.
I forgot which season it was, season 3 or 4,
Yeah,
three. It has to be three.
the end of season two, right? Yeah, like yeah,
Two,
yeah.
season 2. Yes, sorry, my
Oh,
bad.
when Jane, yeah, so Jane dies, so
Gene
maybe
died.
season three. But go ahead, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So I like, there's something about deviance that I really like, and maybe I'm like there's something about the wicked people, because normally, because I don't think that life should be completely happy. I think good people should also see what the worst in humanity could look like,
yeah.
just to get a
I
taste.
think yeah, I think the point of Breaking Bad was is that everybody can churn bad. Everybody can
Bad,
be
yeah.
evil, and there's just circumstances that kind of dictate you kind of being a bad person, right? So, and then everybody
What?
can be a good person, right? And
Yeah,
like we all can be good, right?
yeah.
So, yeah, yeah. Life is not black and white. It's there's nuance involved, right? So,
50 Shades of Grey itself.
yeah.
Within Grey, there are 50 shades.
Without the sex, yeah.
Without the sex.
Yeah.
Just
Or with
torment. Just
that's
torment.
not really yeah, with lots of sex, but yeah. All right, man. Well, congratulations. You're doing awesome with your films. They all
Thank you
do
so
well.
much.
This one's pretty great. It's got a nice little build to it. It doesn't feel like a 20-minute film. It doesn't. It's one location, so you know what you're doing as a director. So keep making movies and let's talk again when you make your next film.
Thank you so much. This was so nice. Like I really had fun talking to you, and I really loved how many topics we managed to go
Yeah,
through. During this entire conversation. But thank you so much. I'm wishing you all the best with the festival,
cool.
and looking forward to see a lot of good films. And I'll be there. I'll be present, and it'll be fun.
Perfect. All right.